Speak to the universe with the understanding of your true nature. A profound shift begins. It's not power within, the infinite presence that listens to you as it resides within you. Imagine for a moment that every thought you think, every desire you hold, is like a seed planted in the fertile soil of the universe. These seeds, however small they seem, carry within the potential to reshape your world. But just like seeds, they need to be nourished by the right conditions. If you want to see a shift, you must nurture these intentions with unwavering faith, with conviction that they will come to pass. You must feel the truth of your desires as if they have already unfolded, for the universe responds to the language of feeling and belief. When you communicate with the universe, you are not pleading or hoping. It is as if you are calling forth that which is already yours. The universe operates on the law of assumption. Whatever you assume to be true, it reflects. This law doesn't differentiate between what you deeply desire and what you fear. It simply brings into form the thoughts you consistently dwell upon. So speak to the universe starts to happen when you realize that your role is not to fight or chase after things, but to align yourself with the feeling of already having them. Imagine yourself in the life you wish to live, in the joy and freedom of already experiencing your dreams. You feel that sense of peace, that sense of fulfillment. That feeling, that certainty within, is the signal you send out. And as you hold to this inner vision, the universe begins to rearrange itself to reflect it. People, events, and opportunities are drawn into your path, not by force, but by the magnetic power of your alignment. Remember, the universe does not operate in time as we understand it. The moment you speak to it with clarity and belief, it begins to work on your behalf, even if you cannot yet see the results. Trust in this invisible shift, for what you desire is already in motion. Your only task is to stay aligned with it, to nurture it with faith, and to expect it as though it were already here. The universe is always listening, always ready to respond to the truth you declare within. When you talk to the universe, you're not simply throwing wishes into the void, hoping something catches. You're engaging in a dialogue with a force that's inherently connected to you. The universe doesn't operate outside you, and is not separate from you. It exists within you, responding to your innermost beliefs and expectations. This is why the shift only begins when you talk to the universe correctly. It's not about merely asking for what you want, but about realizing that what you ask for, you already possess in some way. Every thought and every feeling you nurture is like a ripple in the cosmic sea, and the universe is constantly adjusting to match the frequency you emit. Now understand this: when you talk to the universe, you're not speaking to some far-off deity or an indifferent cosmos. You're speaking to your own awareness, to the spark of the divine within. Your thoughts and beliefs are the molds into which reality is poured. In truth, the universe is like a mirror, reflecting back the assumptions you hold. If you assume abundance, you will see abundance. If you assume lack, lack will manifest before you. The secret lies in the conviction behind your words, in the way you believe so deeply in the reality of your desires that the universe has no choice but to bring them into form. Consider the incredible power of assumption. When you speak to the universe with a clear heart and a steady mind, you are setting into motion forces that will reshape your reality. But you must be unwavering. Doubt is the great dissolver of dreams. The moment you allow doubt to creep in, you dilute the power of your words. You cannot talk to the universe with one foot in faith and the other in fear. You must be resolute. Just as a seed, when planted, needs consistent warmth and moisture to grow, your desires need the warmth of belief and the nourishment of certainty, manifesting as experiences, relationships, and opportunities. Imagine that the universe is an infinite pool of energy, waiting to be molded by your consciousness. This energy is neutral, like clay, and will take any shape that your mind impresses upon it. By talking to the universe in a way that aligns with your true desires consistently with clarity and intent, this energy begins to take shape. It starts to crystallize into the things and experiences you wish to have. But remember, this process requires patience and persistence. Just as a sculpture is not created with a single strike, your reality is not shaped by a single thought. It is the consistent chisel of belief and feeling that brings your desires into form. Think of your thoughts as magnets, each one drawing to you experiences that match its frequency. When you approach the universe with an attitude of gratitude, abundance, and trust, you're effectively tuning into a higher frequency. You're speaking the language of the universe, a language that doesn't respond to words alone, but to feelings and beliefs. The universe doesn't hear what you say, it feels what you mean. This is why speaking to the universe correctly means embodying the feeling of already having what you desire. It's about feeling the joy, the peace, the fulfillment that would come if your dreams were already realized. And when you do this, the universe has no choice but to mirror these feelings back to you as real experiences. Now, many people wonder why their desires don't manifest despite their best efforts. They speak to the universe, yet they feel nothing shift. This is because they are asking from a place of lack. They say, I want this, but the underlying feeling is I don't have it. The universe, like an echo, simply reflects back this state of lack. To talk to the universe correctly, you must feel as though you already possess what you desire. Your words should be statements of gratitude, not of yearning. You say thank you for this blessing, as if it's already part of your life. Rather than I wish I had this, when your words align with the feeling of already having, the shift begins. As you learn to talk to the universe in this way, you'll notice subtle changes. Perhaps you'll feel a lightness in your heart, a quiet sense of peace, or a certainty that you can't quite explain. These are the first signs that the shift is occurring. They're small but significant indications that your inner world is beginning to harmonize with your desires. And as this harmony strengthens, the outer world will begin to align as well. People, circumstances, and events will begin to rearrange themselves to match the new frequency you're radiating. It may not happen overnight, but it will happen. The universe is both patient and precise, and it will bring everything to you in perfect timing. Every word you speak to the universe is like a seed you plant in the soil of consciousness. You must water it with faith, nourish it with gratitude, and protect it from the weeds of doubt and fear. Your thoughts and feelings act as the sun and rain that nurture this seed until it grows into a manifestation in your life. But you must be diligent. If you allow negative thoughts or doubts to linger, they will choke the growth of your desires, just as weeds choke the growth of a young plant. To talk to the universe correctly, you must guard your mind vigilantly, nurturing only those thoughts that align with the life you wish to create. When you truly understand this, you'll realize that you're never asking for anything outside of yourself. You're merely drawing out what already exists within. The universe is not a distant force that grants or denies your wishes. It is a reflection of your innermost self. When you speak to it with clarity, conviction, and love, you're not trying to change the outer world, you're transforming your inner state. And the outer world responds in kind. This is why the shift is not something that happens to you, it is something that happens within you. Picture this shift as a gentle awakening. It's as if a dormant part of you is beginning to stir, a part that knows without doubt that you are one with all creation. This part of you doesn't question whether your desires will come to pass, it knows they already have. This is the essence of faith, not a blind hope, but a deep inner knowing that transcends circumstances. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. When you speak to the universe with this kind of faith, you are not merely asking, you are commanding. You are calling forth that which is already yours in spirit. As you cultivate this awareness, you'll begin to notice that talking to the universe becomes as natural as breathing. You won't need to strain or struggle to make your desires known. You'll simply align with them in thought, word, and feeling, and they will flow to you effortlessly. This is the power of living in harmony with the universe. It's not about forcing outcomes or manipulating circumstances. It's about embodying the truth of who you are.